The probability of you having to suffer the loss of someone in your life who is near and dear to you is most likely why you're here with me now, and you have my sincerest and deepest condolences for your loss. It's only out of the personal experience of having to write a eulogy for my father that I can truly tell you that I know what a difficult period of time this can be. How do you find the words to create a eulogy that honors, praises, and pays tribute to someone's entire lifetime while dealing with grief, pain, and emotional trauma of loss? Writing a eulogy can be a tough subject to deal with, and I'm going to do my best to get you through it by helping you to focus on the purpose and the goal of the eulogy, how to go about writing it, and how to get through delivering it. First, let's take a slow, deep breath. Hold it, and slowly exhale. Do this again. Do this every time you feel like you're about to lose control to help keep your focus and maintain your composure as the best you can. The eulogy is a way of praising and expressing to everyone in attendance at the memorial service what your special connection was with the person who just died and the impact they had on your life. The eulogy is a way of honoring and sharing special moments that the two of you had that can be added to the continued collective memory of everyone present. The eulogy can also be part of the recovery and healing process from your recent loss. To begin writing out your words, it might be best if other people are around you, so you don't isolate yourself and you can have them listen to what you're writing, as well as offering supportive feedback and ideas if needed. Also, know that when you're writing the eulogy is that there's no right or wrong way to do so. What you put into the eulogy depends on the relationship you had with the person. To keep the eulogy from becoming too long or boring, focus in on one or just two events instead of listing off every life event. Those are important, but there are better times to share those moments than when you're standing in front of an audience. Think back to a lesson learned of a major life event that you could retell as a story that captures the true character and nature of who they were and how they lived their life. Perhaps you were lucky enough to have conversations towards the end to discuss their philosophies and their meaning of life that you could openly share to help others learn about what they believed in and how they treated others. You may have had an agreement to make people laugh by telling their favorite joke or telling a story about some silly thing that only the two of you experienced together that's appropriate to tell in public. Maybe you can retell the story of an annual event you experienced together to remind everyone that they should appreciate the time together with loved ones and why living life to the fullest is so important. It's also okay to talk about the moments you had together, the moments that you'll miss, and that you'll remember them forever. To end your eulogy, it's okay and best to finalize it with a final farewell or goodbye. I didn't say this would be easy. How you write the eulogy depends on your own need to share your grief and love for the person you are all there to say goodbye to. If you find yourself struggling with what to write, you can always speak in generalities or find and quote lyrics from a song or a poem that you can relate to. Just remember, take the thoughts and feelings of those in attendance at the service into consideration, as they're also feeling deep emotions and grieving the loss too. If all else fails and you just can't find the words, I absolutely understand and would recommend asking the funeral service director or your religious advisor for guidance and advice. The eulogy is about the quality of what you say, not about the brevity or the length. The length of the eulogy can also depend on how close you were to the person you're honoring. You can be as short as a few sentences, but probably no longer than about 10 minutes. And the reason that is because unfortunately there may be other funeral services scheduled for the facilities and your family's time may be limited. When you deliver the eulogy, stick to your script, no matter the urge to want to add another story you think of as you're speaking, no matter how wonderful or pleasant it may be. I'm sure I don't need to tell you that delivering a eulogy requires a good deal of internal strength And no matter how composed you are, there may be moments in your speech that just get you choked up, that you feel like you're going to break down, or find it hard to breathe, that your eyes fill with tears, blurring your vision, and that your voice fails you. This is normal, and it happens. It's okay. Even the strongest of people may have to stop at certain points in their delivery. If you need to wipe the tears out of your eyes, do so. If you need to take a drink of water, do so. You want your speech to be memorable and honor your friend or loved one. Everyone there will certainly be understanding and empathize with you during this time. Read what you wrote and do the best you can. It's okay to take your time. The only way I could get through the eulogy to my father was to practice it dozens of times. And then I still had to look at the printed words on the paper to maintain enough composure to get through it. You don't or shouldn't have to memorize your speech word for word, but it's best to practice by reading your speech out loud so you'll get a feel for what might and probably will happen to you physically, just as it did to me earlier, so you can prepare yourself for when you need to take a moment to breathe. Wipe away your tears and make eye contact with people in the audience. If you do make eye contact while speaking, or even while taking a momentary pause with people who are sharing your loss, be careful to not let their visible emotions overtake you. If that happens, it's best and it's okay to look away and find someone else to make eye contact with. It might also be a good idea to have someone standing by your side while you deliver your speech for comfort and support. In closing out your eulogy, say something directly to the person you're honoring. It could be a final thank you, a final farewell. It could be a thought of thanking them for everything they taught you. Make it personal, as if they were there with you, helping you through this tough transitional period. Writing and delivering a eulogy can and probably will be the hardest thing you can do in life. But think about this. The eulogy is a way for you to honor and keep the memory of your loved one alive in yourself and with everyone who will be there. Be with family and friends now, and make sure to reach out and talk with people who can be there with and for you during this difficult time. Again, you have my deepest and sincerest of condolences for your loss. Take care of yourself and allow yourself time to grieve and then start to heal. Stay strong. You will get through this.